are back here. I'm with Darrin, who's the VP of Sales for Retail at DAS. DAS has a lot of new additions to the to your library of speakers and library collection catalog of speakers and line arrays and all kinds of stuff. So, Darrin, thanks so much for spending time with us.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for making time
Absolutely.
to come by. I know it's a long haul over here, so I appreciate it.
I slept downstairs. I was already here. So Darrin, let's
try that.
So, Darrin, can you walk us through the new column system that you have?
Yeah. Okay. May I?
Absolutely.
Thank you. All right. So what you're looking at here are the new Altea Duo columns. So we have a Duo 10 and a Duo 20. We've got two different models. Black and white are the same price. You're looking at a single 10-inch, which is why we call it the Duo 10A. This is a part of the Altea series. And in the 10A, you have two 3-inch mid-frequency drivers and one ultra-compact high-frequency compression driver. It's not a tweeter. We use the actual compression driver. It's a micro-compression driver, so it's very, very small, but very, very high-end. And that way we get better coverage and have a three-way column. We're like one of two manufacturers actually with a three-way column in this price class. So single 10-inch sub, two 3-inch mid drivers, and the high-frequency compression driver gives us a three-way system that, if you could help me here, hold that for me. It is 3 heights adjustable. So if you're on a stage, you're on a 2-foot or a little small riser, you can get the optimum height for your audience. If you're on a 4-foot or 5-foot stage, you just break it down and put it directly into the sub itself.
Nice.
So 3 heights, 3-way, and you have 3 inputs. So you have 2 mic line inputs, and what we have is also 1 low Z, high Z input. You can actually put your guitar, your keyboard instrument, directly into the unit, and within 1, 2, 3, you've got a 3-way system that's easy plug and play. And the beauty of it is, unlike a lot of other columns, when you have like maybe 25 to 50 people in the middle of it, they kind of drown out or don't give you that throw.
Sure.
Us having a high frequency compression driver gives us 50 degrees of vertical coverage, which is very, very tall for a column. And it's still 100 degrees wide. So you can hear it further away, and it's going to sound just as clean and clear as if you were standing 10 feet in front of it.
Yeah, I was just like imagining 100 degrees, like you're
100 degrees wide and 50 degrees vertical. The average column you'll find is like about 100 degrees, 120 wide. And typically when you really go wide, you don't get that penetration. You don't get the throw.
Yeah.
This, because we're using a horn, it's not just drivers, we're using a horn, that gives us that vertical coverage. So on the 28, over here, we've got 2 10-inch drivers in the sub here, 4 3-inch drivers for the mid, and then 1 ultra-compact high-frequency driver. Same thing, 3 heights adjustable, 3-way, 3 inputs. It does come with a little backpack, so you can actually put the column pieces in a backpack with the divider bag and a cover for the sub.
Oh, very nice.
So it's very, very affordable. Can we say map price on here? Map?
Yes.
So street or map price you're looking at on this one is $18.99. It's like 12 and change on the single 10. So it's very affordable for a 3-way system, very compact, but very flexible, very robust, and true to DAS audio. It's a very clean, much better clarity than you would find in your typical audio product. Oh, and I forgot to mention Bluetooth with an app.
Nice.
Stereo wireless capability Bluetooth in this series with the Altea 700 series, as well as this Altea Duo. So those speakers, you can actually use an app to stream audio to and control simultaneously to a pair. But let's say you've got a big event and you have like 6 per side in a room. How do you control that?
Yeah.
You use our app called DAS Link GM, which is a group manager app that allows you to seamlessly have audio covering the room without interference. So you use the app and you literally just grab the speakers and put them in the groups or zones that you want to manage. And once you've done that, you can actually adjust your EQ, your DSP settings. You can adjust the 3-band EQ. You can adjust the 3-way settings of dance, live, vocals. You have a sub-gain control and even delay. So you can delay the speakers so that as you walk down the aisle, you're actually hearing the speakers as you get to it.
Oh, wow. That's so cool.
So that's just.
Well, now I need 6 of these, and I want to play with that. That's awesome.
Well, I think we can manage that for you.
I think we can do that.
I think we got some friends at Full Compass that may be able to help you with that.
And these are available to ship now, correct?
Yes, they are.
Yep.
They are shipping. We have white and black available in the U.S.
Oh, nice. White and black. And I know inside the demo room, there's some great new stuff that was just announced. So we're going to follow Darrin in. Now you're getting an inside look. We're going in the demo room. Oops, sorry. I'm going to run somebody over. Yes. Oh, look at this place. DAS, Sound with Soul. Okay, here we go. Are we starting here?
Yep.
Oh, look at these line arrays.
Kind of get a nice view of the inside of the box, which is kind of rare. Get a sneak peek look inside here. This is the Event26A. I'm sorry, scratch that. Edit. Event28A. I'm so used to saying the 26.
Yeah.
It is the bigger brother or bigger sister to the Event26, which is our dual 6-inch drivers, 6.5 technically. This is a dual 8-inch. So we did a polypropylene cabinet like the 26A, center spline rigging on the back, so it makes it real simple, 3-point rigging, so your left, right, and rear center for the rigging. This makes it very easy for you to come in and do all of your hang point angles before you actually lift the system in the air. And if you were doing a ground stack, then you would just simply set all your pins to do an even ground stack or an angled ground stack, which is an option. You can actually stack 4 cabinets on a stacking bracket or directly on the sub. The subs have the same integrated rigging, so if you wanted to fly them, you could use what we call a joining plate, and you actually can hang the subs first and then the top speakers underneath, or you can ground stack the subs on the ground and then raise above them with the Event28A. And then the handles on here we're actually looking at are metal handles on a plastic extrusion. We do have some side ports here that help with a little bit of noise off the side or rear of the cabinet that you typically get. It also decreases the bow or flex that typically takes place with a plastic cabinet. If you look inside here, you'll see all of these lines and ridges. They're actually aerodynamically designed, and it also reinforces the cabinet. Between that and the neodymium drivers that we're now using make it a very, very lightweight, high-powered solution. You're looking at 133 dB max per cabinet. So when you couple that, you know you're going to get that curve to exponentially grow. You can easily get up to 136, 138 dB when you've got a full system of these phones.
Wow.
And that's just the top cabinet. The subs start at 134 dB with the low frequency and obviously magnify from there. So let's take a look at the subs.
Yeah.
This is what we call the S118A or the 118A, the Event 118A sub. We've got a single 18 in at a slight angle, slightly deeper chamber. Got 2 handles, so if you're transporting it, it makes it easy to transport. On a dolly, you can stack front, forwards, or reverse if you wanted to do a cardioid stack, or as we have here in a cardioid horizontal configuration. One speaker in the middle faces the opposite direction. You set the cardioid button on that one. And now, while we're back here, the music's playing, we're not going to get all the bass on stage. The audience is going to get all the bass they need, but now you've canceled out a good portion of the bass that usually gives you that feedback or causes problems on stage.
Sure.
Rain covers are included on all of the event products, and we offer some really unique jumper cables to make it easy for you to jump from sub to sub or from top to sub, et cetera, et cetera. Internal DSP is on board with all of the event series, but obviously for pro users, we want to recommend using an external processor. And I can show you that. If you want to take a look.
See that? Here, I'll take this. Oh, yeah. Look at that rain cover. Nothing's getting in there.
Rain covers included, guys.
Yep.
Put all of that audio library.
How many of these can you stack before it, like, because I know you were talking about these ridges. I'm guessing that's to reinforce whenever you have a bunch of these stacked together.
So if you're ground stacking legally, it's supposed to be 4 cabinets. You can actually do 4 directly on a sub, and that gives you the optimum height. But technically for transportation, you can do 6.
Oh, wow.
So we have covers for 4 or covers for 6. So because of the weight, you're allowed to actually stack that many and transport it, because the dolly can, as you can see, it's steel and wood. So
Oh, yeah.
handle it.
Oh, that's excellent. Okay, cool.
And if you were flying it, you could do like 28 of the cabinets per hang. So with or without the subs.
I need that for my alarm clock. I need a 28
I think you
cabinet.
the neighborhood.
And yet I'd still be sleeping. All right, we're continuing on here. We're going to look at the processor.
Yep, I'm gonna.
Music by John Mayer, playing us in real quick. Okay, beautiful.
Bring it down just a little bit.
Yep.
So this is actually the processor that I was talking about. This is the new M26x. This is our 2-in, 6-out processor. It uses what we call ALMA software. So ALMA is actually like the soul or the brains of everything that we're doing with DOS Audio's DSP engine. It allows guys to go in, whether you're a touring or production guy or an install guy, and use the exact same software on Mac or PC to do your DSP controls or your audio design.
Yeah.
Although it is more of a touring or a portable DSP because it has the XLR connections, it also has GPIO, and it also has your Ethernet connection. So you can actually connect them together, or you could actually put them on a wireless network by using a wireless router. You can connect from your processor to the router, and then anywhere in the room of the vicinity, you can actually use your PC or your Mac and actually do all of the controls, whether it's an install or whether it's a production.
Wow.
Yeah. So we wanted to make something flexible.
Super versatile.
Super versatile,
Yeah.
super flexible, super easy to use because it's very intuitive, very simple to get familiar with. Your EQ settings, you've got parametric EQ, 7 bands of EQ. You have the ability to do your delays. You can do your delays in like micromillimeters or seconds. So it's really, really easy to use, but you can kind of go down a rabbit hole if you wanted to.
Sure, yeah. It must be easy to use if I understand what you're saying when it comes to sound engineering.
And this all works as a part of what we call ALMA, the software. So ALMA is the soul of the ARA series. And the ARA series is now our flagship line array. So this is really, really high in line array. And I'm going to turn it over to Michael Palmer here. Michael, you want to jump over here? Right on you?
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going, Nick? I'm Michael Palmer, VP of Sales for DOS Audio Group's Pro Division.
Nice to meet you.
How's it going?
Good, thank you.
Welcome to NAMM again.
Yeah, we're just going over your new product line.
Cool.
And, all the exciting things happening there at DS.
So I think Darrin went over the new products and the new Event Series product, which is going to be a huge, I mean, everyone's going crazy over it right now, right? The ARA Series project is probably our biggest foray and our most challenging project we've gone over the last decades in the company. Javier and his team the last 5 years have really been working on this, essentially the best of the best, all the latest technology, all the latest DSP, amplification, output power into our large format and the small format line array that we've had out for, Sara's been out a year, Laura's been out for 2 years. We had Laura out with a Bad Bunny tour, so it's been on some really big stages.
Yeah.
But we needed the need to kind of fill everything in, and that's where ARA comes in. So the idea is that same technology in the ARA series, very high power, high output compression drivers, but put that into a compact point source system. So this is the ARA P2874. The ARA P2874 has 2 custom built in-house neodymium 8-inch drivers and the same 3-inch compression driver that is in our Sara line array and our Laura large format line array. So everything in the ARA series has the exact same high frequency driver.
Yeah.
So we have very even and in the same phase response across the line.
Yeah.
So pretty cool. This is neat with this design with the 8-spin flank like this. It creates a horn pattern. So we get 140 dB out of this little 8-inch driver. Really cool.
And full mount.
And so there's a lot of accessories. So the ARA does not have a pole, the 28 does not have a pole built in, but it has the option of adding a pole cup. The 12-inch version, which we have over here in the angle, has a pole cup built into it. We just don't have room in the 8 because it's so small.
Sure.
But you can kind of see the thing on the back. Obviously, all of the audio is run over IP. So we essentially send audio feed signals into our matrix processor here. This matrix combines the audio and the network control over a single Cat6 cable.
Yeah.
And that's what we're running. So using something like this combination cable, we have audio and we have all the control network monitoring all over this single cable. So we can monitor things like, of course, amplifier current and output of the loudspeakers. We can also look at the system health, the impedance of the load that it's putting on the system, the driver status, that all can be monitored remotely from a PC or Mac software.
You're getting audio and diagnostics.
Yeah.
In one cable.
Audio and diagnostics in one cable, and all the processing is done in the box. There is no outboard processor needed. All of the DSP is built in here, and that's things like there's 10 different parametric EQ filters that you can apply REM. There's delay built in. There's, of course, there's limiting. There's FIR processing. Everything's all done underneath the hood. So even down to something really cool, if I push this button and light this display up, this little indicator says 70 and has an arrow pointing left and right. It has a positional data sensor on the horn. It knows which way the horn is rotated. So if I were to rotate the horn, because the horns are rotatable, if I was to rotate it into the 40-degree position, that display would change and say 40. So pretty neat.
How do you rotate the horn?
You essentially go in to take the grill off.
Yeah.
You pull off these 4 screws here. The horn comes out, rotates, goes back in.
What?
And in this particular configuration, we're 70 degrees on the horizontal and 40 degrees on the vertical. But if we were mounting this horizontally, we would want the width, the horizontal wider, so we would just rotate the horn. And it knows it inside of the device. So
That's unbelievable.
pretty slick.
Thank you so much for
Well,
that. Listen, sound consistency, just incredible simplicity. I said consistency, but quality. DAS does it all. Thank you so much for talking with us. Thank you, Darrin, as well. Way more from NAMM coming up. Stay tuned to Full Compass.